and welcome to ISTV English News. I'm Dhanya. Let's take a look at the top story first. Resolution adopted by Nagaland Assembly to unite all Naga inhabited areas under one administrative umbrella cannot be the right resolution, says MLA R.K. Anand. The news in detail. Congress MLA of Nauria Pakanglakpa Assembly Constituency R.K. Anand has opposed the recent Nagaland Assembly's resolution to unite all Naga inhabited areas under one administrative umbrella, saying that it cannot be the right resolution. He said this while attending the inaugural ceremony of the Nongshaba Club building and community hall. MLA Anand said the resolution adopted by the Nagaland Assembly for the fifth time is a challenge to Manipur. He condemned the resolution and said that it is a conspiracy and a ploy to take political advantage. When the UPA was in power at the centre, the government took all decisions taking into consideration the sentiments of the people of Manipur. But now, after the NDA has come to power at the centre, people have begun to feel worried about what decision it would take, MLA Anand said. He further said that making major portion of the framework of the new draft bill is over. As it is going to be a historic bill, it is necessary to discuss thoroughly and seek opinions and suggestions of the experts. Instead of making criticisms stating that the President and the Governor might not give assent to the new bill, they should rather help the drafting committee, he said.
Unity and integrity people don't know resolution I'll try to condemn to
People of different areas in Manipur, including Imphal districts, have been continuing to hold different forms of protest demonstrations in support of the ILP movement day and night. Ithai Modern Civilization Club and Ithai Kunau Nupi Samaj Lamjing Lup have jointly organized a sit-in protest at Ithai Kunau Bazaar under the Bishnupur district yesterday. The protesters shouted slogans demanding implementation of ILP system, punishment of the police personnel responsible for the death of Sapam Robin Hood, to introduce ILP bill as soon as possible, and resignation of the chief minister who cannot pass the bill approved by the people. The protesters formed human chain and burnt the effigies of the local MLA and the chief minister. Participating in the mass movement for ILPS, women folk of Sadokpam Lekai in Patsoi Assembly constituency imposed road blockage and staged protest demonstration at the locality yesterday, demanding implementation of ILP system in Manipur and to punish the police personnel responsible for the death of student Sapam Robin Hood. Local residents and Maira Paibis of Awang Sekmai took out a torch procession demanding implementation of ILP system in Manipur at Awang Sekmai last night. They shouted slogans demanding implementation of ILP system in Manipur, punish the police personnel responsible for the killing of Robin Hood, and introduce and pass the new ILP bill as soon as possible. Amidst the mass movement for ILPS going on presently in the state and even causing death of a student and injuries to many people, the Hill Areas Committee of Manipur Legislative Assembly is still persisting with its demand for implementing the 6th schedule in the Hill districts of Manipur. Meanwhile, the Nagaland Assembly has adopted a resolution to unify all the areas inhabited by the Nagas under an administrative umbrella. The residents of Wangkhai Thambalkhong staged a sit-in protest at Wangkhai Thambalkhong demanding implementation of ILP system in Manipur and to punish the police personnel involved in the death of Robin Hood yesterday. The protesters stated that they will support every movement launched by JC-ILPS in future. People blocked roads and protested at different places in Manipur in support of the series of movement launched by JC-ILPS yesterday. People also took out a torch procession at night. Let's now head for a short commercial break. Do stay tuned.
I'm ready.
Teloro.
Editor ka late.
Some say hujik pudi perfectly straight ado kankhar kandadi freezy.
Relax. Perfectly straight.
Aina semi anoba sunsil perfectly straight with straight lock technology maramdi. Some kankraba matung daso align straight oina laina bagidamo.
Wow, hujik su straight oirina.
Straight and gorgeous. Sunsilk Perfect Straight. Lock Tobio, Rock Tobio.
A large number of women of Kongba Khetri Laikai Women Welfare Association and Kongba Khetri Laikai United Club organized a torch procession last night. The procession started from Kongba Khetri Laikai and passed through Wangkhai Puja Lampak, Thumbuthong, Khongman, Kongba Bazaar and returned to the place where it started. Various slogans were raised like implement ILPS immediately, suspend the police personnel involved in the killing of Robin Hood, etc. Maira Paibis of Tera Laukrakpam Lekai also took out a procession last night demanding implementation of ILP system in Manipur, suspension of police personnel responsible for the killing of Robin Hood and to bring out the new ILP bill at the earliest. The protesters also burnt the effigies of Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister and shouted various slogans. Residents of Hapta, New Chekon, Wangkhai Andro Parking, Wangkhai Kaithel Asangbi, Wangkhai Tokpam Lekai, Wangkhai Thangjam Lekai and Kongba Laishram Lekai also staged sit-in protests demanding implementation of ILP system in Manipur, suspension of police personnel responsible for the death of Robin Hood, etc. The protesters shouted slogans. Children of Kongba Nandaibam Lekai staged a sit-in protest in support to the series of agitations launched by JCILPS in Manipur and shouted different slogans. The residents of Kongba Road, Nandaibam Lekai and Tokpam Lekai also staged sit-in protests in support of the series of agitations launched by JCILPS in Manipur. One Koijam Umakanta alias Thoinau from Ghari has been hospitalized for injuries he sustained when police fired rubber bullets. Police tried to disperse a group of protesters at Ghari last night. In today's national and international news, after a last-minute night-long attempt by his lawyers to stay his execution and the Supreme Court rejecting their plea, Mumbai serial blast convict Yaqub Memon was hanged to death amid high security in the Nagpur Central Jail at 6:35 a.m. on his 53rd birthday today. The entire hanging operation was witnessed by a magistrate and video recorded as per norms. In a reiteration of its earlier order passed on Wednesday, the Supreme Court early on Thursday morning rejected the last-ditch attempt by Memon's lawyers to stall his execution by 14 days. Memon had challenged the rejection of his mercy petition by the President. Stay of death warrant would be a travesty of justice. The plea is dismissed, said Justice Deepak Mishra, heading a 3-judge bench in an order in courtroom 4, which was opened for an unprecedented 90-minute hearing that started at 3:20 a.m. and ended a little before dawn. Yaqub was convicted for his involvement in the March 12, 1993 serial blast in Mumbai, which killed 257 people. He was sentenced to death by a special Tada court in 2007 and had spent more than 21 years in prison. The denouement came after fast-paced developments the whole of Wednesday when the Supreme Court had upheld the death warrant and President Pranab Mukherjee and Maharashtra Governor C.H. Vidyasagar Rao rejecting Memon's mercy petition. Late in the night, lawyers for Memon changed their strategy and rushed to the residence of Chief Justice of India H.L. Dattu and petitioned him for an urgent hearing to stay the hanging on the ground that 14 days' time should be given to death row convict to enable him to challenge the rejection and for other purposes. The mortal remains of former President APJ Abdul Kalam will be laid to rest in a short while from now at his native place Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu. A religious ceremony will be held in the local mosque, after which Dr. Kalam's body will be taken to Pei Karumbu, where the last rites will be held with full state honours at 11 a.m. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi and a host of other VIPs are scheduled to attend the ceremony. The Tamil Nadu government and private offices have declared a holiday today and educational institutions will remain closed today as a mark of respect to Dr. Kalam. Many business and traders associations have volunteered to down their shutters in Tamil Nadu today. Thousands of people yesterday paid homage to the departed leader, coming in long queues, and then Dr. Kalam's body has been taken to his residence. This morning, prayers are being held in the mosque near his house, and then his mortal remains have been taken to the ground about 5 kilometers away, where his body would be laid to rest. The police have made elaborate security arrangements. Dr. Kalam died in Shillong on Monday evening following a cardiac arrest. His mortal remains were brought to New Delhi on Tuesday. A large number of people, including President, Vice President, Prime Minister, Lok Sabha Speaker and 3 service chiefs, paid their homage to the departed leader. Both houses of parliament were adjourned for 2 days as a mark of respect to the former president. Russia has used its veto at the UN to block a draft resolution to set up an international tribunal into the MH17 air disaster in July 2014. It was the only nation at the 15-member UN Security Council to oppose the move, triggering widespread condemnation. The Malaysian Airlines flight from Amsterdam to Kuala Lumpur crashed in eastern Ukraine, killing all 298 people on board. Pro-Russian rebels in the area have denied shooting down the aircraft. Western nations and Ukraine say there is evidence it was hit by a Russian-supplied Buk anti-aircraft missile, a claim also denied by Russia. And now let's take a look at the top story once again. Resolution adopted by Nagaland Assembly to unite all Naga inhabited areas under one administrative umbrella cannot be the right resolution, says MLA R.K. Anand. Thanks for joining us and do stay tuned for more updates.